today is strength. We're doing straight sets for 5 rounds. We're going to be working for 25 seconds with 20 seconds of rest. Station number 1 is going to be chin-ups. So I have a few bands out for you guys to learn resistance levels. So when it comes to chin-ups, the bigger, the thicker the band, the easier the chin-up becomes. Okay, so if I'm going to use the big, thick green band, it actually gives me more assistance in my chin-up. Right? If I'm going to choose the red skinny band, now the chin-up becomes harder as I get less assistance. They are more than welcome to use multiple bands for assistance if they need it. Okay, the goal here is in 25 seconds. It's like 4 to 6 chin-ups. We're not looking to go crazy, faster, or rep out a lot. But remember, a chin-up is palms towards me. When we're going to take that band, wrap it around that foot, we want to take the other leg, and we're going to stretch it out over top, keep ourselves nice and long. We're going to pull ourselves straight up, trying not to swing the body, shoulder blades back and together, controlled descent, and then straight back up in that over position over the bar. So if you find that people are really struggling to get up in the chin-up, just have them add a couple extra, 1 or 2 extra bands. If they're repping out, like seriously getting like 10 to 12 reps in, just have them remove 1 or 2 of the bands away from their assistance. Okay? So that's the band assistance. Not everyone though is going to feel comfortable doing that version. Some will want to do TRX because they want to be on the ground. So for this one, TRX, you still want to stay in the vertical. So I keep those eyes forward. I'm still doing chin-ups, those palms towards me. My feet now though are flat on the floor. It's important that I don't lean back and turn this into a row. I'm going to pull straight up. I'm going to same thing, pull the shoulder blades back together, control descent. I'm going to find the floor and then pull back up from there. Alright, so that's the TRX version. Now, to be honest, it doesn't really feel all that much easier than band assisted when you're getting to that, but it helps people with terms of comfort levels. Then the final regression, people who can't pull themselves up yet, we do band pull downs. So straight arm lap pull downs. Bands are out in front, pulling to the thighs, making sure that you're not bending at the elbows, and you're not letting the band pull back up. So pretend like someone's on the other end of that band, and we're pulling against one another, okay, as I let that band back up. And that's going to be the chin-up station. After they're done with chin-ups, their grip strength might be a little bit shot. We're going to be going to farmer carries. Okay, so farmer carries, we want to go fairly heavy. And what we're going to do this is that we're going to get down in a good deadlift position. We're going to hinge back and pick those dumbbells up, and we're going to get nice and tall. I'm going to hold those dumbbells by my side. I'm going to think pushing down and getting tall at the same time. So I'm pushing the weights to the floor with good posture. As I'm going to walk towards the mirror, this is how you want the clients to do it. They're going to walk towards the mirror at a nice steady pace. Then they'll turn around and walk back towards the turf. They're not going to have to worry too much about this one because the people that are doing the exercise on the turf are going to be in the stationary position. So that's for the farmer carries. You want them to go fairly heavy to challenge that grip strength. It also is a little bit of that core as we hold ourselves steady when we walk. So that's going to be the second station, farmer carries. The third station is going to take place here in this quadrant of the gym on the turf. I'm going to show you guys the core exercise that we're going to be doing. The first version of this, we're going to go hardest to easiest. It's going to be the hollow hold or with a flutter kick. So what you're going to do is you're going to go upper body, hollow hold, snap. You're going to hold that in the up position. Notice how I'm lifting the chest up, arms are up, and then I flutter kick with my legs. And I'm looking to keep that back flat. If you have someone, as they snap up, you can tell the back is arched off the ground, you'd want them then to regress that exercise. So you're taking that flutter kick, you can put the hands by your side, you can put them underneath your butt, and then we keep that flutter kick going. So we've taken out the hollow hold. We can regress that a little bit further to more of a hollow snap even. So if the flutter kick still bothers them, put them on their backs just like this, then snap up, then they get to rest. Snapping up, then they get to rest and they go back down to the floor. Now notice how when I snap, I'm not coming all the way up. That's a V up. It's just a few inches off the ground and then back down. I like a 1 second pause at the top, really engage that core. The third exercise, we're going to be doing squat patterns. So the ideal version here is if people can jump, we want them to jump. We're going to be getting that medicine ball, giant hug, and then I'm going to be getting down deep to my squat, and then from there I'm jumping up. So full squat to a jump over that 25 seconds. 5 rounds in a row, they're going to get really burned out. This is going to be a really good leg exercise. For those who can't jump, we're still trying to weight them if we can, and that's just going to make sure that we keep that medicine ball right at the top of the chest as we rep out body weight or rep out the squats. Then we can progress that a little bit further to just doing body weight as well at this stage. Okay, so there's going to be 3 different versions of squats. For those who can do it. Then we're going to end with landmine. So we'll have some barbells put out here. We even have some weights against the wall to make the station a little bit heavier. What we're going to be doing is a shoulder movement. So for this one, we take the bar, and I'm going to hold it right there at the chest. Now I'm going to be working as a single arm press. Alright, so as I press to the left, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate down to my hip pocket. I'm using that core to rotate, and I'm going to rotate up and punch. So I'm rotating back down to the hip pocket, up and punch. Hip pocket, up and punch. And I'm using that now, my offhand, to help cradle and control the bar on the way down. And as I come up, I'm being explosive in my shoulder press. There are going to be some people who cannot quite grasp that, or they're uncomfortable being explosive. Just have them stay square, nose and blood in a straight line, and do their presses. You're going to have everyone do this because we're not really pressing in the overhead pattern. It is more of an out, but it's still going to be isolated on the shoulder, so they're going to be able to feel that burnout there over the course of the 5 rounds. And we'll switch, obviously, right to left. All right, we're going to talk about the finish now for Fridays. The finisher for Friday is to a song. So it's going to be ROXANNE by the Police. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be holding a pattern for the entirety of the song, and then every time they say ROXANNE, we're going to do an exercise. Every time they say Into the Red Light, we're going to do an exercise. Okay, so what we're going to be doing for the first exercise, or for the main part of the entire song, is we're going to hold the plank. So we're holding that plank for the entirety of ROXANNE, or sorry, for the song. And then, if I'm strong enough to hold the plank position, I would stay down on the floor. If I hear ROXANNE, I would then go into a push-up, knock out a push-up. Alright? For those that hear Into the Red Light, if I'm able to stay on the floor, I would do what's called a groiner. So a groiner is hopping in, hopping out. I'm more than welcome to turn this into a shallow hop if I'm uncomfortable jumping in, or maybe I don't have the range of motion to jump all the way in towards my hands. Okay? So they have push-ups, and if they can do push-ups on their knees, for this one, we'll have that because we just don't have a lot of bars available. They can do the push-up on their knees. But if they need to regress for all 3 patterns, have them on a bar. Make sure the bar setting's at least 8 or possibly even lower. And then they're going to plank on the bar. So you want to think about making sure the hands are a little underneath the shoulders. You got that body in that nice straight line. Now we're planking for the song. Then when they hear the ROXANNE, easy enough to knock out that push-up. When they hear Into the Red Light, they can do their groiner if they're comfortable. And if they're not, they can always turn that into then a mountain climber with one and then the other leg as well.